T25 was coming out, and I love Shaun T, and so Lisa was awesome, and she got it for me when she was at Summit, so I got it before everybody else. And the minute she brought it back, I was like, let's go! And she goes, well, I'm going to start a challenge group, and I said, oh, okay, I'll do it. And that really was the thing, because I took everything in T25, and for the first 5 weeks, I did nothing but the meal plans that were in there. Nothing but. I did not veer off. I didn't substitute. I did exactly what was in there. Now, I mixed them up, but I mean, I just didn't do anything that was not a menu in that book. And my Shakeology was a meal at that point. And worked out 6 times a week. By the end of the first 5 weeks, now I'm trying to remember, I was down,
I think it was 10, at least 10 or 11.
I think it was 10 or 11. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. 10 or 11 pounds. Last week finished my 10 weeks. In the last 5 weeks, I did start to alter a little bit. I mean, always keeping conscious for me that 1,200 calories was where my limit was. I use my Fitness Pal. I don't know if anybody uses that, but that is handy for me because I can be anywhere and look up food and figure out calories. I try to keep, high protein, lean, high protein, low carbs. And at the end of last week, although today it's less, at the end of last week, I had lost in 10 weeks 23.6 pounds.
That's awesome.
Which for me, coming from doing nothing, was amazing. And I feel better, clothes fit better. I'm actually shopping in stuff that I was going to donate. So I'm pulling the smaller sizes out, and now I'm donating the bigger sizes, which is really nice. But I think I was talking to someone. We had some in our accountability group, which is a huge factor. I have to say the top 3 things for me were a tried and true program, really paying attention to what I was eating, and that accountability group. For me, that was a huge deal. And it's funny because, of course, week 1, we all started as total strangers. And as we kind of got further along, people started to open up. And that kind of support from people I really had never met was amazing to me. And really what I needed, because my husband, who is very supportive, is not home all day long. And, my girlfriends, they work all day long. So it's kind of like I need somebody out there that I can sometimes do a shout out and say, I'm feeling crappy today. Can you, boost me up or whatever the case may be? Or can I do that for you? And that was a huge factor, those 3 things. But is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm like looking at him and I'm thinking,
OCD issues, trust me, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, that was probably the biggest thing. And I was talking to someone in one of our accountability groups because they were just having a tough time. They are shorter than I am. I don't know if she's probably built, I'm guessing, similar to me. I don't know.
She has a lot of muscle mass and discounts it. I mean, you look at the girl, she goes like this, and she hasn't even
got those
see
guns,
that muscle. I'm like, die.
She's fighting because, of course, everyone says you have to be skinny, you have to be skinny, you have to be skinny, and you have to look like this supermodel, and you have. And I was laughing because I'm on Hang With too with Shaun T. I don't know if anybody else does Hang With, but he does live video feeds, and he was doing a Shaun Prevention in Minneapolis yesterday, and he was talking about, you are currently the size you are, and you are obviously trying to work on that, but you have to know that right now you're beautiful. You can, you are beautiful because you are who you are. And it was just interesting because we're so conditioned to having to be a certain weight and look a certain way. And I said, for me, it's about being healthier than I am and being heart healthy and, low cholesterol, those things. I'm never going to be a teeny tiny person because I never was. That's not to say that once I get to a certain point, I may not try and shoot for that goal, but like I told them on the accountability group, single digits were sizes I passed through in elementary school. So, some of this is bone and it's not going to get smaller, but it can be firmer and I can be healthier, but more than that, sort of on the path that I'm on right now, the biggest change is self-esteem. I'm becoming, I thought I was comfortable in my skin before, I'm becoming more comfortable and being, but also wanting more. I'm not just satisfied to sit right here anymore. I want bigger goals and I want more accomplishments. So I love it. I don't know what else to say, but I will say this because I did tell Christy this because she was asking I probably could have even been more successful, but I will freely admit that I got to where I got by doing pretty much, I'd say 70% of the modifications and 30% of full tilt. But I'm good with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with modifying.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm good with that because I was doing it. Yeah,
and
now
over
it's
time,
yeah.
there will be less modifying.
So I think that my goal now is I bought pump, which hopefully will be on my doorstep when I get home. But I'm going to continue with T25 as the bulk of my cardio because I like it. It's 25. I mean, it's so quick. There's no reason not to do that. And then do strength training to sort of tone up areas that I really want to kind of work on. So that's kind of where I'm at now.
Rock on, sister. Congratulations, Christy.